I worked on the Christmas program since September. I sewed 37 costumes by hand. Jonathan had just lost his wife. Of course, I wasn't going to offer his daughter the lead. Mrs. Claus is a 3-night-a-week commitment at the least. And his childhood sweetheart comes in and takes over the program 2 days before the show. And the whole town is just okay with it. Oh, it'll make her feel more welcome. She doesn't know any of the kids' allergies. She doesn't know where we keep the AED in the town hall. She doesn't know that on Thursdays, Jillian's mother drops her off, but her father picks her up. No, she just comes into town to sell Jonathan's Christmas tree farm. No. I've known these people my whole life. I do their taxes every year. I know how precarious your gingerbread shop is, Allison. Try to write off your inflatable snowman as a business expense, my... Hey, I thought I would try this going live thing. I'm here at City Hall because Jonathan's childhood sweetheart doesn't know how to program a light board. I mean, she is a doctor and a lawyer, and she's giving her dissertation for her PhD on Christmas Eve in the big city, but she doesn't know how to use a dimmer bar, apparently. What is that? Do I think that the program is going to go well? I mean, I think so. I talked to the kids about how rehearsal's going, and they told me that she told them to sing louder. Yeah, that's her creative contribution to the Christmas program. She wants to use real Christmas trees from Jonathan's Christmas tree farm. And not even thinking about the needles getting everywhere, but that is a serious fire hazard. But I'm Scrooge for bringing this up. What is it? Why won't you let them use your costumes? Oh, no. Don't even put that on me. I want them to use my costumes. I mean, I worked really hard on my costumes, and their idea is that bathrobes and bed sheets will give it a childhood charm for the program. And here in Snowfall Hollow, we don't have a very diverse community, and trying to have a tactful conversation with your neighbors about why they should not dress their children up in white bed sheets, it's not an easy conversation to have. A man with a white beard who runs a toy shop that only makes wooden toys, and he has never filled out a 1040. Of course he's Santa Claus. Snowfall Hollow has its share of immortal beings, and each one has its own ritual that summons them. Like if you want Santa Claus to come into your house, you set out milk and cookies. That is the summoning ceremony. And there is now a stranger in town who is very clearly hiding a halo under a pork pie hat and giant wings under his trench coat. So very clearly someone has prayed for a Christmas miracle, and I hope they get what they were wanting. You also have to be very careful with objects that you find around town. Like, you never want to say the words "I wish" while holding an antique Christmas ornament. You don't want to do that. And the love letters. Oh, never under any circumstances read a love letter out loud. You will travel back in time where you find out that you've been married since you were 15 and now your husband is overseas and they haven't even invented digital camouflage yet. That's why I don't date anyone in town. I don't know who might or might not be my grandchildren. Okay, listen, I don't know what you may have heard, But the last time someone prayed for a Christmas miracle and an angel came to town, I did let him stay in my guest room. That was like 3 years ago, and I am still finding feathers all over my house. Yes, I know that the gingerbread Inn and Sweets is full, and for some reason, Jonathan and his childhood sweetheart had to share the last available room. But when people think of angels, all they think is divine light and wonderful miracles and happiness. But you don't know what they're like when no one else is around. If you use up the last cup of coffee and don't refill it, they pull out their flaming sword. So I just think maybe it's someone else's turn to host the angel. Hey, I wanted to give a quick update. We did find a place for the angel to stay. Helga Lilith, the witch, is letting him stay in her cottage in the woods. It's really funny. So every time he walks in her kitchen, her dried herbs come back to life. And if she bumps into his shoulder, his halo flares up and sets his hat on fire. So she had to make him a special charmed hat that's flame resistant. And there's a reason you don't mix magics. So if you get celestial magic and earth magic together, like within a 2-mile radius of their cottage, we've started calling it the summer circle. So if you go out to visit them, it's like 75 degrees. You know, it's really nice. The flowers are blooming and it's warm. So if you want to get away from the snow in Snowfall Hollow, you can go visit them, and it's warm and it's really nice. And they found some common ground. Mostly their general disappointment with humanity and the way we treat each other. So tonight is the Christmas program, and we hope to see you there. Jonathan's childhood sweetheart has worked really hard on it for like 2 days. See you tonight. Okay, so big update. I think we know now who prayed for the Christmas miracle. Last night at the Christmas program, Jonathan's daughter suddenly got laryngitis, and Jillian had to take back the solo that she originally had when I was in charge of the Christmas program. And as it turns out, there were talent scouts there from the High School of the Performing Arts in the big city, and right there they offered her a scholarship. So we are all so excited for her, and I think, you know, the angel is going to stick around in town. He and Lilith are really getting along, and I think that they are going to open up a private investigation firm and helping people solve crimes. So we're all really excited, and, you know, Merry Christmas from Snowfall Hollow. It's St. Patrick's Day in Snowfall Hollow. I know, Snowfall Hollow, but it's St. Patrick's Day. It's spring. This is what happens when the HOA goes after Santa Claus during his vacation. He visits Lilith, the local witch, and asks for a favor. Happy St. Patrick's Day.